welcome back to another Dre and Sadie vlog. Today is July 19, 2 days past my due date. I mean, I understand it's estimated, but excuse the Chipotle on my shirt. I've been eating every meal like it's my last meal before heading to the hospital because they don't feed you. So I just been trying to eat everything good, and I've been grubbing. But I'm 2 days past my due date. I went 2 days ago to get checked, and I was 5 centimeters dilated. I think I said this in another vlog, but I was 5 centimeters dilated. I was not having any contractions, so they sent me home and they told me to come back when I'm having contractions. I just been like, this whole pregnancy has been so unusual. I'm not unusual because I know that they're all different, but it's really been different from my other two because my other two were like pretty much the same. Like, I worked out throughout. They both came one day before the due date. But when I started having contractions and went in, and I was at like the 5 minutes apart, 1 minute lasting 1 hour, whatever it is, I would only be like 3 centimeters. So I was very surprised to be 5 centimeters yesterday with no contractions. So it's just been very unusual. And then not knowing the gender, I mean, everything about this pregnancy has just been different from the other two. So it is, I don't even know what time it is. It's like 7 o'clock at night, and I think I'm finally having contractions, but they're very mild. So I'm thinking I'll just put the girls in the bed and then have Andre take me over and see what's going on. Because like I said, they are very, very mild, but I'm having some contractions. So I think contractions, I don't know. I'm gonna just go and let them check and see where I'm at. Because if I was 5 centimeters a whole 2 days ago, I don't know where I am now. So I do not want to have a baby at home either. So I'm just trying to labor at home as much as possible, but I don't want to give birth at home. That's kind of scary. So I'm trying to stay calm and just breathe. And I don't even think Andre and my mom know that I'm having contractions because I just been laboring silently. If they are contractions, I don't know. I just been laboring silently and just kind of letting everybody go about their day, because it's like before I had contractions, like 3-4 days before my due date, everybody was calling and texting and asking me like, how you feeling, you having contractions yet? And it was just like, okay, I was already feeling like anxious leading up to it, even though I'm super calm right now and I'm contracting. I was just like, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to worry them, and I don't want them to keep asking me every 5 minutes how I'm feeling. So I was like, I'm gonna just let them relax, and then it's gonna keep me relaxed, and everybody just gonna get through this. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'll probably let Andre know in the next like 2 hours or so that I want to go get showered up. I already put my bag in the car. They don't even know I put my bag in the car. I want to put my suitcase in the car, put the boppy in the car, and then I have like a bag that I'm gonna like carry in with me just in case they do admit me. I already have that bag, and then Andre could just go down and get my suitcase later. So I have like my essentials and stuff in that carry bag, so take that in with me. And then yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to have a baby. I'm ready to see what the gender is. I'm just staying calm, like I said, because the contractions aren't even the worst part. So we'll see what happens. I'm ready though. I'm just like, I'm dreading it because I'm daydreaming, but I'm dreading it because what if they send me back home? I don't want to come back home because I mean I have to get through the whole night with the contractions or whatever is going on. So kind of contemplating like if I should just wait till the morning to go, or if I should just put the kids to sleep and go, or should I start timing them again because they were like 10 minutes apart. I don't know, but next time I pick up the camera, hopefully we got some good news. We head into the hospital, we get checked in, but I really don't want them to like give me like Pitocin or anything to like speed it. I just want it to go with the flow and go naturally and just let my body do what it wants to do. But at the same time, I want to know where I'm at as far as like the centimeters dilated and stuff. So it's just a hard decision to make. Like, do I go now? Y'all tell me. I don't know. Or do I just wait? I don't know. I guess you'll know in the next 2 seconds what I decided. I just contacted a Lifeline to ask them, like, should I go to the hospital or should I stay home? So I'm waiting to see what they're gonna say, and that might help. I'm just gonna say might. It might help me to make a decision. But before I get off this camera, don't mind my shirt, it's Chipotle. I'm gonna give you guys one little last belly, on myself too, because I watch these vlogs, but I'm giving myself a little belly shot so you can see how it's looking. This is 40 weeks and 2 days according to them doctors. I don't know if my due date estimate was correct or if I'm just going over, but that's 40 and 2 days. So let's see what she says. She's probably gonna be like, she said go. I went from 5 to 8 very quickly. That's true. But I was already kind of thinking like I should just go and see, because I could be 8 centimeters right now, and not even know it. Whew. But this is the best part, actually. Like, I keep saying like this pregnancy has been unusual, not the pregnancy, but this ending part has just been so unusual because I haven't gone over yet. But to be 5 centimeters and not had any contractions yesterday was a blessing, because it made me feel like I'm halfway done and I hadn't experienced any pain yet. Got it fast. But oh my gosh, I'm just like, it's a blessing. So shoot, if I go and they say I'm 8, I'm gonna really be like jumping for joy, like, okay, it's not too bad yet. So let's go and see. I made it to the hospital. Andre is parking the car. I can see him. I'm definitely having contractions, but they still not as bad as they could be. But oh my goodness, look at my hospital outfit. It's 102 degrees outside. And it's 9:30 at night right now. This is a terrible angle. But this walk is far. I got a little sucker sour. It's supposed to eat you a little sour sucker to help with the contractions, or squeeze a comb. I don't know which one actually works. Nothing works, they just hurt. But I'm here. I can't breathe. Hopefully I heard what I was saying, because this mask kind of is restricting, but we're gonna see what they say together. I'm so tired. Okay, we're on the 4th floor. Bye-bye, y'all. Until next time. No, probably 2 seconds, I'll pick it back up.
Oh yeah, to get 2 names.
Yes, ma'am.
So Mercedes, your first name?
It is, yes.
Only?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the only one. Oh.
How far approaching attractions?
Oh, the last time I timed them, they were like 8 minutes, but the lady told me to come in when they were 10 minutes, because I was 5 centimeters dilated yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, so she just said come in when the contractions start. Yeah.
Any allergies?
No, not that I know of.
Your due date is?
It was July 17th.
Okay.
Yes. How are you?
Good.
No, you are so ready then.
Yeah, I am.
Cold, sleepy.
Who do you normally see downstairs for your care?
Oh, I've been seeing a different midwife or nurse practitioner every time I came.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
Who's here tonight? Last name?
Terwilliger.
Oh, I don't think I've seen her.
She's very sweet.
Okay.
I would let her deliver my babies.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've seen her.
Well, good luck to you, ma'am, okay?
Thank you. What do I do now?
She's gonna walk.
Audrey's first hold. Whee! Oh. Sit right here for a minute.
Take it out your mouth, kill it. So it's her
We got
doing
another
that.
baby. Oh, her hand. She's trying to get her hand to her mouth. It's so funny.
Stuff that irritates your skin.
Let me take a picture. So now I should turn the light on, but she's probably comfortable like with the light off. Anyhow, thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
You know it don't taste good.
You wouldn't even believe it if I told you. We have a baby. I had all these plans. I had all these things in my bag, you know, like all the things I was gonna use, like for comfort, for like pain, and I didn't use any of them. Like I had my humidifier, not my humidifier, my diffuser, because I like to smell the little scents and stuff. I just had all these things. I had my music, and I just thought I was gonna need all these things, but I'm gonna tell you myself too, because I watched these vlogs, everything that happened. At least I'm gonna try to. They keep coming in and out, so I'll probably stop a couple times. But I remember leaving off yesterday saying I couldn't decide if I was gonna come to the hospital or not because my contractions weren't like really intense. I decided to come, so we put the girls to sleep and we left the house maybe like about, I'm gonna say 9:15, so we probably got here like about 9:30. She's doing her thing. So we got here like about 9:30. I was having contractions. They took me into triage. I'm gonna really try to tell this story the best way I can and do it in order without jumping around too much. So they took me into triage. They just asked me a few questions and things like that. And then they hooked me up. They watched my contractions. And lo and behold, they said my contractions weren't consistent enough. They were happening every 6 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and they weren't strong enough, and they weren't, like I said, lasting long enough. So, and then I was still 5 centimeters dilated, which is the crazy part, because I was up all day just like dancing around and just having a good time. Even though I was having contractions, I was just kind of moving around, cleaning, washing dishes, doing this and that. So I'm like, I gotta be more further dilated, but I wasn't. So basically at 10:30 is when they said, it probably was like 10:25, 10:30, something like that, is when they said, just go take a walk for 1 hour, and come back. So I went down to the car, put my bag in the car because I had my bag, like just my small bag of comfort things with me, just in case they admitted me I had those things. So we went, put my bag in the car. I actually had my camera with me and my phone, but I didn't record any of us like walking or anything. I just kind of had it with me. So we walked through like the parking garage. So the parking garage is like 4 stories. So we basically started, and it's a square. So we started on one end, went up the stairs, across, down the stairs, across that way, up the stairs, across, down, across. And we did that same route about 4, maybe 5 times. And we did it at a good pace too. But at the same time, I'm stopping as I'm having contractions. So just imagine. And then I'm also thinking like, I need to get it going. That's why I wanted to do the stairs in the first place. So I started timing the contractions, and they started to come like every 3 minutes. Like, I couldn't make it across the parking garage without having to stop for a contraction, or make it down the stairs without stopping for a contraction. So we did that maybe 4 or 5 times, and then midway through I was like, oh, we should probably head back in so that, you know, I'm cooled off, because the temperature's at 102 degrees and it's 10:30 at night, 11 o'clock. So I kind of broke a little sweat a little bit because it's so hot, and we were walking at a nice little pace, doing stairs and all that. So I'm like, well, let's go back in, you know, after 1 hour, just so I can kind of cool off and not come back in all sweaty and stuff. But I wanted to still walk a little bit longer than what they suggested, just to ensure that I was where I needed to be to have this baby, because I was just so ready, you know. And I'm like, I can't go back home and sleep through these contractions. I just wasn't gonna be able to do it. So that last time going around, we made it up probably, like I said, there's 4 corners to this parking structure. It's a square. Okay, so this is probably a terrible angle, but I'm nursing now. They came in and checked my temperature, her temperature, and asked a couple questions and stuff. Checked me. But I'm trying to think where I left off. I think I left off talking about how we were walking through the parking garage or whatever. So after, girl. Surprise gender reveal. It's a girl. She's a girl. So we were walking through the parking structure, and like probably like the 4th or 5th time, we were like halfway through it, and one of my contractions that hit, I had to fight the push, and I was just like, get me back in this building now, because I felt like I had to push. So we walked back. We went through the emergency area, because that was the only doors that were open and close. So we went through there. Another one hit, and it was just like push. Like, if you know, you know, like your body just pushes on its own. But I was like squeezing, like, do not come out in this hallway where the janitor is right here. It's random people waiting to get seen in the emergency room. No, not right here. I had to make it back. So we start walking again, and I have to come back up to the 4th floor, but the elevator is a little distance, so we just walking to make it there. And I'm just like, Andre, please get me up the elevator now. We get to the top of the elevator. Andre is with me the whole time, but we literally, I could see the labor and delivery area. So after my contraction stopped, I'm like, Andre, go push the button now to buzz us back in. So he ran over, pushed the button. The lady walks up. She's like, what's your name? And all this. And I was just so speechless. I'm like, I'm having a baby, like, now. So the lady that was doing my little triage, she came up and she was like, well, what room are you in? I'm like, I'm having a baby. So they got me back in the room. The midwife came. She checked me, and she said, you're at an 8, maybe a 9. But before she checked me, obviously I took off my bottoms and things like that. I never went back to the car to get my bag. So I didn't have my bag. I didn't have anything with me except my camera and my phone, which I didn't turn on or anything. That's why I'm telling this story, because I wanted to record it, but I didn't get an opportunity to. So she checked me. Excuse the angle, I'm sorry. She checked me. She's like, you're at an 8 or a 9. Do you want to walk to the delivery room, or do you want us to wheel you? I said walk. As soon as I said walk, another contraction hit, and it was like push, like baby was coming. I just felt like the head was already out of my body. That's how I felt. So they're like wheeling me to the other room. I'm just going down the hallway. I have my eyes closed. I'm just like praying, just like, please, Lord, just let me make it through this smoothly, you know. And I mean, I couldn't even think about anything else. I didn't think about the gender. I didn't think about the other people that were walking in the hall. I just had my eyes closed, and I was just like praying to myself, just, you know. So we make it to the labor and delivery room, like where you have your baby, and everybody's like coming in, running in. And as they're coming in, I'm like, can I get my COVID test? Because she told me in order for me to take my mask off, I had to have a negative COVID test. So I'm like, can I take my COVID test? Even though it takes so long to get back anyway, I'm like, I'm not about to have this baby and be huffing and puffing and all that with this mask on. So I end up pulling it down anyway. So then she told me that I had to get out of the bed that they wheeled me over in and get into the other bed. So as I'm doing that, another contraction is hitting, and I'm like, oh my gosh, just give me a minute. And they're like, put your legs on the thing. I'm like, just give me a minute, please. Just give me a minute. It just felt like everybody was like a chicken with their head cut off, and everybody was just like telling me what to do, and you know, it was just a lot going on. So I finally make it over to the bed basically, but my legs felt so heavy because it was just like the contractions was just hitting me like every 3 minutes at this point. They were just hitting me because as we were walking through the garage, I mentioned I was timing them, and the last time I got was like a consistent like 3 minutes. It was like 3 minutes or so, coming close to 2, you know. So they were hitting me very, very quickly. So everybody was like running around like a chicken with their head cut off and get in the bed. I'm like, Andre, please just grab my leg and throw it on top of the bed. So he did. And all these things are happening at once. One lady is on my left where Andre is. I was trying to hold his hand. She's like, give me your arm. Don't move it. So I'm like stiff arm. My arm is like straight down on the side of the bed. I'm going to put the IV in as I'm having a contraction, and you just want to like tense up and just squeeze something or whatever. She puts the IV in, and I just close my eyes, and I'm just like, Lord, let me make it through this. Then next thing I know, somebody walks up as I'm having a contraction and sticks the COVID thing up my nose. I'm like, what? And the doctor is just like, oh, she's a midwife. She was like, I'm so sorry. We're doing things backwards because it's just happening so fast, you know. We should have done these things before, but you know, it was just happening oh so fast. So there was no way of knowing like what they should have done in triage and all that. I'm pushing. Baby is coming. Everybody's doing their job, still running around. I just hear like the chaos, but my eyes are closed most of the time because I'm just like, I just remember saying, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God, because I was just so grateful and just like, it's happening so fast. I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about it, but I'm just like, I'm doing this again, you know, and not like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, you feel empowered, you just feel all these things that you don't really may not necessarily feel on a daily basis, and I felt them in that moment. Even though I was in so much pain, I was just like, thank you, God, thank you for the opportunity to have another child. Thank you for the opportunity to bring another human onto this earth, to be a mother again. And just in between the contractions, there was a sense of calmness as well, you know. I was just calm, and I was just like, and with everything that was going on, yes, oh, okay, it's dark in here now. They didn't dim the lights down. Mom got her tablet on over there watching a movie, but I wanted to finish the story. They brought me some lunch too, so I'm kind of eating in between talking. Baby is right here chilling right now. I think she's getting ready to eat. You getting ready to eat? Yeah, I think I left off with like the actual like pushing part. I'm trying to remember what happened. So I guess I'll just start with like my water hadn't broken yet, but they still just told me to push. The nurse, the midwife was kind of like pacing back and forth. She wasn't like all in my space, which I love because that happened with Amani. The midwife, the nurse, doctor, whoever, she just kind of stood back and was like, just do what your body is telling you to do. And so I appreciate that. Instead of them like, it's a contraction, push, which I think she did do that once or twice, but other than that, I kind of just went with what my body was doing. So my water hadn't broken yet. I'm pushing. I'm still just like praying. I think I mentioned they did the COVID test as I was having contractions. They put the IV in as I was having contractions. They put the, I don't even remember if they put the thing on my belly to like monitor the baby. I don't know. It went so fast. I don't remember if they did that or not. But I think she did say my water finally like broke. Then she's like, the baby's head is out. And my first thought was like, I don't hear her cry. Like, am I supposed to hear the baby cry? I didn't hear anything. So I'm like, the head is out, which has me thinking like, you know, the neck is compromised. I probably did, after the head was out, I probably did 2 more pushes after that, and then the baby was out. My last contraction was so long, it was like, get this baby out now. Like, my body was just like, we gonna do what we gotta do to get it out, get the baby out. So the last contraction was really long and painful, and I just felt the baby just come out, and it was just like a release of pressure. It was a feeling of like euphoria. It was just like a, you did it. Like the pain is over and you got this precious gift, you know? So it was all rewarding. I'm trying to think if I like missed anything in the story, but that's basically the gist of what happened and how it went down. I literally pushed for maybe 10 minutes and it was like 5 or 6 pushes or so. I don't know. It was very, very quick. And she was born on July 19, 2022 at 11:33 p.m. We still are deciding on the name. She's still baby no name because we didn't know the gender. We had a couple names, but we hadn't narrowed it down all the way. So she's still baby no name. But hopefully we come up with a name. But that is my labor and delivery story. She's quiet right now. She's relaxed and chilling and just enjoying being with her mommy and listening to me. She's just looking at me and just all amazed and stuff. Yes. Are you comfy? You comfy? You comfy, mommy? But yeah, so that is labor and delivery. I wish I could have gotten it on video, but I mean, it is what it is. It happened literally. Now you understand how and why I didn't, because it happened so fast. But I'm gonna go ahead and just end this video right here. I think that's enough of my labor and delivery story. Okay. Bye bye, guys.
The song, come on, let me see you get gone. Baby mamas, this your song. Been pregnant for way too long. Now tell the DJ, turn it on.
If she a baby mama,
Go ahead.
she gon' do that baby mama.
Work.